mo kí gbogbo ojú tó ń wò mí káàkiri ayé mo kí wa ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ káàsán ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ ẹ káalẹ́ ẹ kú dédé àsìkò tá wà níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà tẹ́tí wò mí ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ lẹ́tọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun la bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí o lágbára Ọlọ́run ohun tuntun mèremère náà ni ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ìgbésí ayé wa ẹ wá kan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé kan kẹjá jọjẹ gbádùn ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ tòní mi ò ní gbà wá lásìkò púpọ̀ rárá awuyewuye ní gbogbo ìgbà ló lọ throughout ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ yìí ọ̀sẹ̀ míì lámú lónìí throughout gbogbo ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ pátá tó lọ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ Oríyọmí ọ̀rọ̀ kéèsì wọn òun náà la fi sọ kò wá ní dáa báwa ti ṣe sọ yìí àwa kéékèèké la sọ àwọn àgbààgbà àwọn náà jókòó tí wọ́n jágbààgbà ọmọ Yorùbá pàápàá jùlọ àwọn tí wọ́n ti wà nínú fans club Oríyọmí nílùú òyìnbó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn jókòó wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Oriyomi Hamzat àti olórí Naomi àti principal tí wọ́n gbé ní ìlú Ìbàdàn kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ó yá o.
It's such a terrible thing that happened to them. But as much as we want to sympathize with them, I'm sorry. We cannot blame people who have nothing to do with it. I hate how they are changing this narrative. Personally, I think the Queen need to fire their lawyer or get a sensible lawyer. Because I don't know why they are even holding that woman accountable. It looks to me like Oriyomi Hamzat has stepped on so many toes in Oyo State. Because yes, it's getting support from the crowd, from the people. But the stakeholders, I don't think he's getting the right support. I read the statement of the governor today and I'm like, she what he mean, but boy, telling. I think the Queen is just a victim of circumstance. Saba Bikon is the Queen here. When I get about that, Hamzat, go, no very jedwe. If you know what I mean. We will shop your eyes. I'm a Jeoju. But I'm gonna be Jeoju Oriyomi for real. Because if not, square could little buy. Stampede me what would the after that this one. Stampede the shell. I can only suggest one thing to you. If you think lower no. If you think lower no. I read boy, I mean no. If you think lower no. Snake is having hand inside. Clearly, there have been two other stampede that happened in Abuja, one in Anambra. Nobody has been arrested. Are you with me? Nobody at all has been arrested. This one, do I think there should be some level of accountability? Yes. But are you going to blame them for children stampeding themselves? The question is, that's why I'm going to talk our parents here. As much as we want to sympathize with the parent and we want to be emotional about this matter, Nigeria man should be willing. All of us will see the truth, and everybody will just deliberately be avoiding that truth and be portraying something else. Do I think that there's a level of accountability that should be demanded? Yes. But do I think that you can clearly blame the organizer of this event? Hell no. Do you know who is to blame? The goddamn parents. That's why I said I might say something that you might not like. How come nobody is talking about child negligence in this matter? How come children are standing at the venue of an event a day to the event? Where are their mommies and daddies? Oh, somebody will say, hey, you don't know what poverty is. Poverty, people are poor, they are desperate, they just want to... Listen, poverty is not an excuse for misbehavior. There's a place of emotion, there's a place of legalities. Let's talk about daru. Kawa Tore, Kawa Soa Lumisi Konga. Why is it that it is an offense to be successful in Nigeria? Why? The poor just think that everything that happened to them that is bad, the rich is responsible. It's madness. And hear me, let me say this to you in person. If you hate on the poor, on the rich, you will never be rich. Poverty is a state of the mind, though. Poverty is a situation that can be temporary or permanent, depending on how you attend to it. The problem of the poor man is not the rich man. Because if the rich man decide to look for somebody to use for excuse, he will not be rich too. Are you with me? The problem of the poor is not the rich. And poverty cannot be an excuse for misbehavior. Poverty cannot be an excuse for misbehavior. We deliberately started ignoring the issue of child negligence. Do you hear that some children have been dead the night before? Why? That's what I'm saying. Why should anybody hold the queen accountable for anything? The event, there is a poster for this event that says the event started at 10 a.m. The stampede happened at 7 a.m. That means those who were there at 7 a.m., this is not, they didn't come for that event. They themselves should ask themselves and answer the question, what are they there for? At what point did she ask people to come at 7 a.m. though? At what point? At what point? So the queen has nothing to do with this. Oh, she didn't provide adequate security. Bullshit. The event has not started. How do you know she didn't provide security? The security are supposed to arrive at the venue at 8 a.m. The thing happened at 7. So the police were not even there yet. What is she supposed to do? Why do the poor people just think that you have to, the rich have to be responsible? That's I said, you don't like what I will say. I hate poverty and everything that it represents. Poverty is a bad thing. Don't romance the devil. Don't romance poverty. Don't romance poverty. Don't legalize poverty in your life. That's when you will not give it down to ruin you. I'm talking to you as somebody who have tasted what poverty is. Okay, I've eaten it well. Full diet. But I've never hated on anybody that God is blessing in my life. Never in my life hated on anyone that God is blessing. Never. We want to sympathize with them. But that is not the reason why the other person should not be a prey. These people neglect their children. Think about it. That you know the people this matter. For real, baby. For anybody. Because you know them well. So they will say they are holding a children party now in America or UK or any European country. Some children will now be there the night before. Before the event even starts, there will be stampede. Kí ló kàn jọba pẹ̀lú pé ó ṣe lọ sọ pé a máa ń fẹ́ emotion máa fẹ́ máa yan àwọn ẹlòmíì jẹ, a máa ń fẹ́ emotion fẹ́ máa ṣe jàǹbá. You're wrong now. It's very wrong. Why don't emotion ṣe jàǹbá lélẹ́yìí now? So some children will not be there a day before. There will not be a stampede that children die. Police will go to the house of the parent of these children one by one. Because they have to answer to a question of child negligence. How come nobody is talking about negligence here? Oh, because they just lost their children. You want to sympathize with them. It's bullshit. I'm not saying you should not sympathize with me. I'm what they call on the street victim blamer. I'm not saying we should not sympathize with them. I'm not insensitive to the state they are right now. Don't get me wrong. But that's not the reason why we should now prosecute people who have nothing to do with it. They remind us in prison. Because there's a place of emotion, there's a place of legality. Excuse me. When the matter is not getting to legal case like this, we just have to be. I'm surprised nobody is talking about it because you don't want to be backlash. You don't want people to come for you on social media. Come for me and show food now. Share with me for you. Even though I get ticket phone start get shit tap. Mama beg pay. They don't. You know most of these guys are afraid of their followers. They don't want to say something that they will now backlash you. Me for you. How many times am I even doing show that I'll be sending what your opinion will be? But it's not fair though. We want to sympathize with some people. That's the reason why we will not make subject some people to become a prey. No. All animals are equal. He that come with equity must come with clean hands. I'm not insensitive to their bereavement, but I'm equally not insensitive to their negligence. They said parents are throwing children from up to down. Throwing their children over the fence so that they can get goodies. What were they sharing? What did they promise them? How can you put this math together? How can you put this mathematics together? Sure makes sense, see me, but surprisingly, no, everybody is dodging these parts. Surprisingly, everybody is dodging it. And why? Una the wine. They want to not be. They reminded these women in the prison. Reminded them in the prison for somebody who choose to use her own money to do goodwill, charity, to just give back to the community. Now she's sitting down in the prison. And you want to tell me it's because, do you know how many children that died? They lost their life. No, she didn't. And they step on your children to death. You killed your children. That's negligence. The story of the two women that went to Solomon, and they say one sleep on the baby, and then the dead one, and then swap the babies to the side. So you swipe the living baby for the dead baby, and they took it to Solomon. Do you know that the judgment was parents are the primary custodian of their children? And we know these things and we are dodging to say it. Am I rubbish in Nigeria? Am I rubbish in country here? As much as I want to sympathize with them, we know they are grieving. But at the end of the day, 80% of the part of this blame still goes to them. It still goes to them. Whether you like it or not, you like it, you don't like it, that's your daddy's business. I'm looking for something because I'm going somewhere. Ẹ ń ju ọmọ gba orí fẹ́ǹsì kí náà fẹ́ fún iṣẹ́ ọ̀nà wọ́n pín mọ́tò fáwọn ọmọ yẹn ni. Ẹ ń ju ọmọ gba orí fẹ́ǹsì. What? There's something I'm looking for. Okay, here you go. Wọ́n ń ju ọmọ gba orí fẹ́ǹsì. Kí ló ń pín fún wọn? Kí ló promise wọn? You want to sympathize with them, but you cannot sympathize with them at the detriment of the life of the people who actually took goodwill to decide to do goodwill. No, now you want to sympathize with them and then watch innocent people go to prison. They are in prison right now. So say we want to do children fun fair, landed in prison because some bastard decided to leave their children unattended, and then the children went there and then they begin to step on each other and stampede each other to death, which happened 7 a.m. for the 10 o'clock events. They are in prison right now. So as much as we want to think about these people, we want to sympathize with the family of these people, can somebody please bring them to some accountability that they killed their own children? I'm pissed off. Not with the parents, honestly. Like I said, I will be soft on them. But imagine I love it. Because if we say we want to go by legality, then we will go there. We will go there. They kill their own children. What kind of nonsense will be Oshiwolo buying? But we want to be silent on there so that because no, they are grieving, we should not want to go there. But that then, these people should not now become prey for it. Àwọn blogger don't go abroad, don't be since rubbish. Because you know you are in a functional system. And the parents will not be in jail by now. What are you talking about? You lost your mom since Stampede. Because they will ask you a question. Where were you? The place of emotion is different too. There's no sentiment in business. And you cannot sympathize with one person and then you are destroying somebody else's life. No. Somebody say, she must do something for the family of those people that lost their life. She will do shit, no shit for them. That reminds me. I don't know if anybody can reach out to the family, to the mother of Queen Naomi and the brother. They need to shut the fuck up. Pardon my English. They are annoying. I don't know why Yoruba people any problem go. Yoruba people just love pity. And like, I don't know. I don't get it. What is all this nonsense? Don't feel on wallet. Don't come back. That the priest doing interview up and down, shouting. I saw a video on Instagram and people were saying that's why I didn't post it because I'm pissed. I don't like it. I'm pissed off. Shut up. This is the queen. This is an honorable person. Forget Kilo Tishele. We didn't like what is happening to her, but keep your composure, man. Kill and wallow that the freeze. At the freeze, you are doing. Because at the end of the day, they are even saying the wrong thing. This guy is saying the queen is even willing to, compensate the family of for what? Compensate them for what? You will breed another Baba Mohbad now. You will literally breed another Baba Mohbad now. You can't be robbing Peter to feed Paul. Oh, wrong. Oh, wrong. You can't be robbing Peter to feed Paul. She doesn't hold them any compensation. If she chooses to out of her own goodwill, fine. But she does not hold them. Could you want anything, man? Outsy, can you hear me? I think it should be better than now. Okay, so I don't really understand it. I honestly don't. I honestly don't understand it. I cannot factor it out. Àwọn kan sùn bẹ̀ mọ́jú. And you don't think that you should hold them accountable? They said the parents that are children over the fence. Fún kí ni ṣé wọ́n máa pín Rolls Royce fún wọn ni? Like, what are they giving? A move for anybody. You should be addressing the public through your lawyer if you know what you are doing. You should be addressing the public through your lawyer. You have a case here. There is a poster for the event. The queen said her event starts at 10 a.m. The stampede happened at 7 a.m. She cannot be held responsible. She did not invite people to come as at that time. You want to hold anybody responsible? Hold the parents. And to an extent, I'm going to fall to Oriyomi in some ways, which I'm about to analyze to you. But the queen, she has nothing to do with this matter. Nothing to do with this matter. Now, Uncle Oriyomi Hamzat. Salam alaikum. I know you are in a bad state right now. Oriyomi Hamzat have one problem. One problem and one problem alone. This dude, ẹni tọ́lọ́run gbà fún ni Oriyomi Hamzat. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ túnbọ̀ máa gbà fún wọn. Oriyomi Hamzat is one person that God has given grace and God has given the territory of Ibadan. But Yorùbá máa ń pa òwe kan, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ máa bá mi bọ̀ o. Yorùbá ní màjàmásá la fi ń ma kíkanjú. Ọlọ́dẹ tó bá mọ̀ ọjà tí yóò mọ̀ sá irú wọn ní bógun lọ. You see in life, no matter how brave you are, no matter how strong you are, if you don't know when to retreat, you will run into problem. When you fight with sword, there are problems you fight with silence. There are certain problems you fight by picking race, like jackpa gidi. No matter how strong you do. And God don't say when you're matter. But wasa majamasa la fi making conjure. One of the disadvantages of leadership, especially when you are accepted, is to begin to feel as if you are indebted to the public. How can I put this? How can I put this? Do you know the pressure? Even with a blogger again, you say, my people are expecting me to come online. You know, a couple of people will even call my phone in the middle of the night. You did not do live video today. We did not see you today. When are you coming live? You begin to feel indebted. They love me. You know, my fans, I want fans in me, they want me to do this. You'll be creating content. My fans want me to do that. Before you know it, you begin to feel as if you hold them those things. It's good if you can give your fans what they want, but you don't hold them jack. So you will not be able to, if you are not careful to know how to set limits, and this is not even be about celebrity or speaker, anything. Even you in your daily life, if you don't know how to set the mark of success, you will overrun yourself and you will not have a sense of fulfillment eventually in life. Because you have not determined what is your limit. Oriyomi and Zat love to be a hero. I will take you back into some precedents. You remember what's the name of that nuisance? Is it Muideen? The one with the funny teeth. In the case of Agbala Gabriel and Muideen, Muideen Lonjesha. I've forgotten the name of that boy. Nothing to do with. But do you know that Okpada Jebi Bodo? Why? Because he wanted to be a hero. Now expectations will now rise against you over something that is not your business at all. You can address it and just leave it. I don't even know. With the level of itinerary that he has, he's too busy to be putting things on himself. But he likes to look like Mr. Fix-It. He likes to act like he's the one that is doing everything. I'm hungry too now. What's that? Where's my chicken? Please, thank you. He wants to always do like he's the savior of the world. He wants to be Mr. Fix-It. No, before you disagree, let me land. Let me land. Let's go back to this incident. This is where the first thing that this case happened, the news was going viral in the morning, and boom, Mr. Oriyomi jumped on TikTok and was already making statements. It is the most fundamental mistake Oriyomi has ever made in his life. First thing, to those who love him, can you please tell him to learn to shut the hell up when things nearly happen? Because I'm going to play his voice to you now, and I will underline to you, if I am a jury, Oriyomi put a cup in his own hand like this, with his own self. TikTok is not the court of law. What he's saying, indict him. You know, I've said now, because you said to both of them, no, go let more you know, or you from a legal part of view, no one know that from a legal point of view, go come woman ya at all because event go bury. Thank you. You want to satisfy Nigerians. You cannot be Mr. Hero every time. Oh my, wa foriko won to ye go foriko. Oro yo ye go kon to buy now. God deliver him. I hope he get away out of this. But you need to learn to stop trying to be a hero. You are too busy for that. You have so much on your plate for that. Listen to what Oriyomi said.
Ìhòhò ni mo lọ lé lánàá, ìhòhò ọmọlúwàbí wọn okùn sáfọ kankan láàrin wọn lẹ́yìn boxer àti jíìmù kékeré.
Hold on right there. Why does it think he should be compelled to do the interview? He was actually in the hospital when he did that interview. Why should he do it? Is what I don't understand. Why does he think he should be compelled to it? Because he said so many wrong things. Now, now as I went to Lole, the stampede has not happened. You don't think that you're supposed to alert the authorities at that point. You don't know you are supposed to stop everything and say, we are not doing any event again. But that's not where we are going. Let's go.
Fly around. I was àtọlọ́pàá àti road safety àti Ottoman ni wọ́n rẹ̀ mí. Táwọn òbí ẹ̀ gan ń bí mi táwọn gan bú ẹkún tí wọ́n ń sunkún. Ìwé tí àwọn èèyàn wá fi ń ṣe, wọ́n ṣubú léra wọn kí n sí bẹ́ẹ̀ o, mo dẹ̀ sáré débẹ̀. Àwọn tó ṣubú yẹn jẹ́ agbé wọn, mo dẹ̀ ń gbé wọn, mò ń gbé wọn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣubú sì tún rọ́ọ̀ṣì wá wájú ẹ̀ sì tún tẹ̀ wọ́n again.
That's bad.
Nítorí tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí kí ni nǹkan náà ti fẹ́ fún wọn. Kí ni nǹkan náà mo tún bọ́ ilé tí ògbóni èyí tí wọ́n fẹ́ fún yín ò ní ìtumọ̀. Okay, I'm
only asking for people who are reasoning, logical reasoners for you to follow these statements. I might have emotions, kind of sentiments. I'm worried for him. But I want you to closely be listening to some important things here. Maybe in the middle of this chaos, you have seen this chaos. In the middle of it, you ran to radio station to go and say, just to discourage people, we can back off. And at this point, you don't think it is the need to alert the police. Do you think he's implicating himself or not? The space of time to go to radio to just address the matter. So that means, first of all, you are telling the court that you have the foreknowledge of an overcrowded population at the entrance. Following me, you are seeing it first. Agreeing to a knowledge. Queen now can say, I did not even know people are there. My oga, you begin to talk, say you don't see them. No, now that's what I'm saying. Sue Alesh, you should not ever let people. Do you know how many things people want me to do that I will refuse to do? Who are the people? And the people expect him to say something. Who the hell are the people? Do you understand what I'm saying? You should not pressure. This is you should know it has involved law. You cannot just talk anyhow like that. You are in the hospital, you are snapping yourself, they are putting IV in your hand. Go and zoom that picture. He's joking now. Some of us are health workers now. We know that there was a foul, but I will not go there. Video, photo, don't post it. Don't be happy. He's a joker now. He's playing with us. But I'm not going to analyze that to you. Necessary. Why do you think you have to talk? So you left that scene because clearly you are admitting that you have the foreknowledge that place is already overcrowded by saying you left there, you went to radio to go and tell them, go. Like I said, I don't have a problem with him, but I think this dude is shooting himself in the leg. Let's continue.
Thank you. nítorí tẹ́ẹ̀tì kí ni nǹkan náà tí a fẹ́ fún wọn kí ni nǹkan náà mo tún bọ́ orí rédíò mo ní èyí tí a fẹ́ fún yín ò ní túmọ̀ ọkàn fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ ọdún náà ní ẹ̀bùn tí ò ní túmọ̀ ní ìkànnì padà ojú kòkòrò ìwà burúkú tó wà nínú ẹlòmíì tó fẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fi dá Ọlọ́run fi ṣe bó ṣe ṣe kí ní ìta wà láàmú wàláì I pity the woman I pity her and I even pity myself èyí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ mo ní tó jẹ́ kí n máa gbowó children card àti kò sí láti dìbò mo ní mo fi ń regulate ẹ ní owó tí mo fún ẹ mo lè fún ẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n tí ìgbà fowó sí wọ́n da gbogbo ẹ̀rù wọ́n ti yọ géètì fẹ́ǹsì mi fẹ́ǹsì géètì àgídìgbò bó ṣe nípa tó yẹ wọ́n yọ wọ́n ti tí ó ti fẹ́ ṣubú lu àwọn tó wà nínú ilé ìjọ náà kí n tó mú kí ní ẹ bá lé wọn tí mo lé wọn dànù nígbà tí mo fi padà wọbẹ̀ géètì yẹn ti fẹ́ wó lu àwọn tó wà lóun tí ẹ̀ rí pé géètì ti fẹ́ wó ni tó bá dẹ̀ tí géètì yẹn tó wó géètì tó ní òní wọ́n rọ̀ wọlé wọ́n wà máa tẹ àwọn tó wà nínú tó ti wó lu yẹn wọ́n máa tẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ nítorí tí wọ́n fẹ́ dídùn.
Hold on. Emma Bino. I want you, that's why I said I want logical people. I want you to follow these statements. So, this is before the event. You witness, some people are falling. You see them pushing the gates. They want to crash the gates. Again. Okay, I understand. He's giving instance of what has happened during his own events. So let's leave that. He's not talking about this incident. He's talking only example go to the share by events in it. So let's leave that.
They don't care. Life will need to must have our gun careful. I want our famous son go land around our. So if it's about our daily, wallahi, umaya trial. Or not, but I expect your coaching 8 o'clock. Once you grab a 95 o'clock. In that, so he said it from minutes to 7. I just want jacket.
Hold on. So Alhaji thankfully gave us a timeline. Yeah. This is plan. Because she's not responsible to provide security a day before. She provides security 2 hours before the event, which is ideal. The police are supposed to arrive by 8 a.m. Go. This stampede happened past 7. What are they holding this woman accountable for? According to Oriyomi here, so the lady asked a very fundamental question, which is where I'm going. Go. That means they broke the gate, Abi. Let's hear that part.
95 o'clock. In that, so he said it from minutes to 7. I
One thing that be 95 o'clock. You saw it. You knew it. The stampede happened past 7. The police will arrive 8. The event will start 10. It's important that you know this timing. But Baba is admitting that he saw it at 5 o'clock that there was already pandemonium. Do you not see that he's implicating himself?
Yes, I want it. Or there one way. One part gate, you could have it line break me. So I'm 400. What's you are only number 3? What's the number your photo? What's very well? I don't know what's your mess. Me by almost you for the banner your message. In the so young old Timothy arrest silently for a Timothy money. It will be bush your money. Money mo fair say mo fẹ́ fún wọn lóúnjẹ ní kòtò àánú mo pè yẹn 1,000 ìyẹn 3,000 plus dẹ̀ wá mo sì dá wọn 1,000 lóǹtàn ẹni 3,000 tó kù ẹ̀ tó kò lè ẹni 2,000 tó kù ẹ̀ tó kò lè tó ń táwọn yẹn gbà tọ́ra àwọn ọmọ òpè ṣùgbọ́n inú ò ní sanwó lọlé o mo fún wọn ní ráìsì abọ́ méjì ẹ̀wà abọ́ méjì gààrí abọ́ mẹ́rin ni mo fẹ́ nìkọ̀ọ̀kan náà àwọn tí mo pè yẹn o ṣé àwọn pé èèyàn kan nínú àwọn tí ò rí gbàdé lọ́ba pé dákun ó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ gààrí agolo 5 fún mi nínú tí wọ́n fún ọ ó lóun ò lè fún ọ ó lóun ò lè fún ó lè dànù nígbà tí mo wá fẹ́ mọ fún àwọn tí ò rí gbàdá àkọ́kọ́ padà tí mo ní wọn tò ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹni àkọ́kọ́ tó lóun ò lè fún ẹ̀yẹ tó padà wá tò ó dẹ̀ tí wọn ó dẹ̀ ń dàbẹ̀rù kò mọ̀ pé mo rí òun lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ó sì padà wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ dàbẹ̀rù greediness ojú kòkòrò ìmọ̀ tara ẹni nìkan tó bá ti jẹ́ pé nǹkan ọ̀fẹ́ wọn kò rí láìfọ ọmọ wọn tó ọmọ rí ó jẹ́ wọn ọ̀mọ́ nítorí ọ̀sọ́ ọmọ wọn ò kí ẹ̀ ìwé tí wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe ọlọ́run kódà ó dàbí pé kí ẹ̀ máa lójú àánú gan ọlọ́run ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí gan bóyá ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ because èmi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo mọ condition tí mo wà bí mo ṣe bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay. So let's analyze it. There's a brother one. I might look for it if you want, if you need to hear it. According to him, he said he was there in the middle of the night. He had the premonition that it's going to be pandemonium. There's going to be too much crowd. You have to call the queen to say, we will need tickets to hand to people. And they didn't have tickets before because they only say we only have 5,000 people, we just have fun. So he said in the middle of the night, he called printer to begin to print tickets to bring 5,000. Meanwhile, the queen have package gift provision for 7,000, but they only announced that they are going to be giving 5, just to have a little bit of excess. That proves that they made provision for security that is supposed to be there 2 hours before the event. Why were those children there as at 5 a.m. in the morning? And why is anybody not thinking that the parents should be held accountable? Why do you think we should not ask the parents some questions? There is a video of a man who saw the news of the stampede and was sympathizing with the children. Only find out that his own child was involved. And by the time he found out that the child was not only there, was not only stampeded to death, the wife to stock more food in the house. The man was, I watched the interview, the man said, there is no reason food in the house. In fact, I just gave her money to shop for, festivity. He was a partaker of the whole calamity. Greed is the first problem of Nigerians. Greed Pro Max. Excuse me, man. What kind of hunger you want? And they will say, hey, people are hungry. You don't know how much people are hungry. You are broke. You don't know. Excuse me, shut the hell up. It's not somebody like me. Anybody will tell me what poverty is. And people are hungry. We've been poor, and when we're poor, we're not stupid. I'm sorry. It might hurt you, you hate it, I don't care, but that's the truth. What kind of hunger is worrying you that you will take your child a night before for a venue of an event that they are only giving you rice and maybe some Christmas gifts? What kind of hunger is that? That is not poverty. That is stupidity. That is witchcraft, actually. What kind of hunger is worrying you that you will be at the event 5 a.m. for a 10 o'clock event and you will be pushing gate, you will be throwing your child over the window? Excuse me, that's not poverty. That's madness. That's extreme stupidity. That's greed of the highest order. Don't blame that on poverty. Okay, Uncle Oriyomi said something that is very interesting. He says, so in the middle of the night, he sent for them to go and print the tickets. And they were printing the tickets. So because that was an emergency. Now, so two things that Oriyomi said that don't make sense to me. You came in the middle of the night to the venue. And he said, when he was leaving, I'm quoting him words for words. As they opened the gate for him to go out, I want you to follow me. They asked like how many? He said they're about 700. So as at when you open the gate for you to go out after 3 a.m., 700 people forced their way in. This is where it interests me. Oriyomi said the security attempted to kick them out, and all these people, the way they are desperate, this is where I say like to be an hero and go to Makubani. I don't want to bore you. I can bring up the video now and play it to you. I'm quoting him words for words. So when they 700 so when they go out 700 they lock the gates. So there are other crowd outside. There are 700 people who have already marked their way inside. You left. You came back 5 a.m. Now, I want you to picture this common human instinct. People that can be desperate to be there as at a night before. There's a reason why they came early. You know why? They are giving 5,000 and they know the city they are, they know themselves. They know that it will be more than 15,000 people in that place. They want to do what they call early bird. Are you with me? They want to be, it's going to be first come first serve basis. They want to be there early so that at least they can guarantee that 5,000 come in. Or Oriyomi, when you are leaving at 3 a.m., you let 700 in. So the rest that are outside, do the math. This is common human instinct. The 700 people that are already inside, common sense will tell you that chances now is not 5,000. Chances now is 4,003. What do you think those who are outside that gate will do, knowing that 700 people are already in front of them? They will do everything. And you saw them and you are saying, let them sleep. Timba no gere. Mama come in. Because 700 people are already seated there. It's natural for them. Because of that, to force their way. It's very expected of them to force their way. That is, you see, allowing those 700 people to stay is in itself a trigger for stampede. I'm sorry. Let's be brutally honest with this. And you don't know the reason why we have to do that? Because we want to be. You even said something funny. He said, in fact, why do you think you have to solve every goddamn problem, dude? Why do you think you have to solve every problem? Why do you think you have to always please the people? Why do you think you are indebted to the people? And Zimio, àwọn lára wa à ń beef lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Àjẹ mùdùmùdù Nàìjà láyé wà, Nàìjà lọ́dún ti dùn. He just love to see the public will pressure you. Now you know go gree. We want to just be the man of the people. Hear this, hear this. This one is not for Oriyomi or Queen or anybody. This one is for you. I want you to think deep. I want you to sit down and do a research in your heart. Do you know that there's nobody that is common of the people that live long? Are you aware of that? There's in the history of mankind, there is nobody that has been called the man of the people that live long, including Jesus. Do you hear that? It is not a good accolade. Man of the people, you want to be the hero. There is nobody that has wear that crown, man of the people, loved by all, that's ever live long. Do you hear what I said? Including Jesus. The burden of this world is too heavy for one person to think they can carry. You do your best and leave the rest. You can never, ever, 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 ever satisfy everybody in your life. You can never, ever, 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 ever always want to be on the good side of the people every time. No. Sometimes you will hold with love. Sometimes you will ignore deliberately. Sometimes you will be pankere. You know what they call tough love? Pankere. And sometimes why your goatee won't get in, and not because you hate them. There is nobody that has ever been considered man of the people that lived to fulfill their days. Not Martin Luther King, not M.K. Abiola, not Fela Anikulapo, not even Jesus Christ. Jesus lived for 36 years, I hope you know. That's a very short life. Because he was the man of the people. The only person who can solve the problem of the world is God. You cannot carry the burden of God. Not even Ojuku. Nobody that is one of the people that live long. Nobody. And I wish somebody can tell Oriyomi and Zad this truth. But me what? You know what they call Ore? Not Mandela. Not anybody. You think Mandela live a good life? Even though he died at old age, do you think he live a good life? He spent 40-something years of his life in prison. Somebody's son. Will you want your son to live that kind of life? And then when he died, yes, they are calling you my hero. He's a hero. He will always be remembered. Oh God, don't remember me always. There's no point. Let me enjoy my life. That's the one that I've come to live. Let me enjoy it. Nobody. Two things I will tell you today. There's no subject in to be man of the people that live long. That's one. Number two, there's nobody that is a realist that make it in life. That's why you see people. Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. Tinubu, this one. Since you have been born till you are old now, which government has been in place that everybody praise? Which government has been active government that people say this one is good? They always talk that they are better than when they are already gone and new one is there. Oga, we are praying for Nigeria to be good one day, but the tendency that it will be better. Kò sáté no, máa wulẹ̀ máa waste ayé ẹ̀ kó máa fi Nigeria ṣe skills kó máa pariwo kó máa fi rẹ̀ tàràkà wàá kàn kú dànù ni o. Àdúrà tó máa gbà kó rí tiẹ̀ ṣe ni o. We need to fight for the future of our children. Àwọn wo ni our children? Something is wrong with you. Everybody is not affected like you are affected though. As bad as you think everybody is complaining. You think everybody is the one going through the same thing you are going through. You are deceiving yourself. This year is the best year for some people in that same Nigeria. There's something like how. Majaja how jaoshini o. Jaoshini jaha nigba o. You should pray for you to succeed. In the year that in the same year Isaac sowed in the land and he reaped 100-fold. After the second famine, in the year of famine, Isaac reaped 100-fold. Tobanta cement in 50,000 per one. Ma complain adura ki wole afford any kogba. Because it will possibly not get better, but it can be better for you. As bad as it is, this year is the best year for some people in that same country. Some people make the major breakthrough of their life, and they are not in government. Don't let the devil be deceiving you. Don't use government as an excuse for failure. Because you know that if you want to fail, there are good excuse, good, genuine, convincible excuse. For anybody that want to fail, there is always a good reason to fail. There's so many things you can blame. Do you understand? Let's get back to the matter. Àwọn tàbá ń ṣe chicken food and so now general issues and just man darí mi láti máa sọ àwọn kankan because èmi ò kí ń ṣe Olúwa sọ pé but some of the words that is coming to be meeting somebody specifically, you will know that this one is for you. Pick your own inside. Take some people to Agidigbo to go and sleep. As much as I don't want to blame him and I don't think anybody should blame him, but I think there's a level of accountability that they should be answerable to. Since when have you not been hearing me? Can you hear me now, shit? You can hear me now? I don't know when he muted for whatever reason. I think you should be able to hear me now. Let me wait. Somebody please tell me you can hear me. Okay, thank you. By the act of, as much as I don't want to judge him, but you see the level of accountability that you need to be answerable to. You let 700 people in, you have write an informal letter to the people who are outside. By the time those 700 people that force themselves in, and you said the security should not send them out, they should leave them, they should allow them stay, because you want to be a good man. You want to be a hero. You don't know that letting those 700 in without chasing them out, who forced themselves in the first place, is in mental health, we call it negative enforcement. By letting them in, and the other people are outside, you have sent a notice, a letter to those who are outside that force yourself in any way you can. That's what you just told them. Because they watch those who are outside with them, their colleague, force themselves in, and they are allowed. It's called aiding. You just aiding and abetting. But in mental health, we call it negative enforcement. You've just sent a notice to them that they should find any which way to force themselves in too. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you saw this thing, you left. Who is this saying no sound again? I don't know. Check your phone. No. Everybody say they can hear. You are saying you cannot hear. No. You still can't hear me. Are you people whining me? Can you hear me or you cannot hear me now? Can you hear me? Which one is yes, sir? Can you hear me or you cannot hear me? Okay, you can. So which one is this one that is not saying volume, please? Everyone whining me. Money anger issue. Okay. As at that time that you saw it, this is like 5 a.m. Why did you not call the queen? The same way you went to radio to say, no, you just tell them this event is cancelled. We're not holding the event today. Everybody go. Call the police, because it looks, that's why I said he's setting himself up by it shows that you have the window for you to take measures to save that day, and you choose not to because you want to be the man. It's messed up. Can I say, since you have the space to go to radio, you came back there, don't want Yashomo in. No, now. Call police, call backup, send everybody home. Tell them that this event, we cannot hold it because the crowd is too much. Send everybody home. Call the queen. Let her know what this is. Because you see, from Ejotego, you did not even show that the queen was even called or informed. The queen was not even informed. If you have the space of time to go back to radio and go and say, but that's the same reason why you have some space to call the up. Now, again, I'm not judging. I am saying I would have preferred him to shut up than doing those interviews. There's a way he like to jump to TikTok to go and be looking for public sympathy that I don't like. Like, grown-ass man. Stop doing that. Think about Shesheneba is a sensitive period. Watch what you say. That's why I said, me, if I'm a jury, I listen to him, because don't say him. Oh, my can't go up zero. Your messages are very delayed, Bridget. I don't know why your messages are delayed. You always make comments 2 years after something has happened. You know, this is where we are. More than anything, I feel like. So, do I think that the situation could have been saved? Do I think anybody from the organizer to the sponsor should be blamed? No. I don't know this thing. I've told you before, you might not like it, you might like it, that's your problem. The primary killer of these children are their parents. But I like it. It's not even poverty, it's not even government. That's nothing to do with government, that's nothing to do with poverty. It's their parents, it's their greed of their parents. This is complete child negligence, and all of you want to be shying away from that fact. You want to be emotional, but yet, when they want rubbish. So I want the parent should be held primarily responsible. Do I think that this situation should have been saved? Or do we have the privilege or opportunity or window of time to have prevent this thing from happening? I think yes. This is where I blame Oriyomi Hamzat. It's not from what anybody says, from what he uses his own mouth to say. So my brother, learn to talk less. Be calming down when something happens. This is the same thing you did during the Muidi matter. The way everybody's not coming for you. Because you just like to sound like a Superman. No, stop doing that. You did something with Muidi, you left before we said that you jump on TikTok and said an entirely different thing from what you told that man to his face. That was why people started coming for you. It's not about judgment, it's just logic here. Nobody is judging him. If he did not say anything, they won't judge him. If you talk to me, if you tell me something, you expect me to assess it. That's why you're telling me. So if they are judging him because he subjects himself to judgments. He's only subject himself to judgments, and it's okay to do so. If you keep his mouth shut, nobody will. I will literally be putting my full chest for him right now. That no, what are they holding this accountable for?
Gbàgede ìmọ̀ òun ni kẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́. Orúkọ mi kí n tó máa lọ ní orí ètò yìí, orúkọ mi ni Àyẹ́tóyọ̀sí Ṣaworo nílùú. Gbàgede ìmọ̀ òun ni kẹ́ ẹ máa wò, kẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́. Ó ń kọ́ yẹn lọ́gbọ́n, ó ń fún yẹn lóye.
Bàbá ò dákun.